Okay, let's get into your reading, Pisces. My God, this confirms everything. And I want you to understand what that word means in the context of what I'm about to say, because confirm is not a word I use casually. Confirm means I sat with the energy, I connected to the field, I turned the cards, and what came back was so consistent, so specific, so pointed in one direction that the only word available is confirm. Your person has no interest in anyone else. And I don't mean that in the casual sense. I don't mean they're not actively pursuing someone. I mean the specific, soul level, spiritually drawn kind of no interest. The kind where other people simply do not register the way you register. The kind where the comparison isn't even available because there is no comparison. And what came through in these cards, before I said a single word, was the energy of someone who is drawn to you in a way that goes past preference, past attraction, past choice, into the specific, involuntary, spiritually arranged pull of one soul toward another. And that pull is only pointed in one direction. And that direction is you. Drop a comment right now and say, I claim this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Okay, let's go all the way in. Okay, first oracle card. The no interest in anyone else is not a decision they made. It arrived on its own and they have not been able to override it. And your guides led with this because the quality of the exclusivity matters. Because there is a difference between someone who decided not to pursue anyone else and someone who finds that pursuing anyone else is simply not available to them. And what your person is experiencing is the second kind. It's not a discipline. It's not a choice they make every day. It's the specific experience of encountering other people and finding that none of them produce what you produce. None of them land the way you land. None of them occupy the interior space the way you occupy it. And the not landing is not something they manufactured. It is just what happens when the soul has already found its match. Okay, second oracle card. The spiritual draw is the soul recognizing something it has been looking for and refusing to settle for anything less. And your guides want to explain the spiritual dimension of the draw. Because spiritual draw is different from attraction. Attraction can be replicated. Spiritual draw cannot. Because spiritual draw is the soul recognizing something specific, a quality, a frequency, this is what I've been looking for recognition that arrives before the mind has time to evaluate it. And once the soul has recognized the specific thing it was looking for, once it has found it in you, everything else measures against it and nothing else measures up. And the refusing to settle that follows is not stubbornness. It is the soul doing exactly what souls do when they've found the real thing. Okay, third oracle card. They think about you in the specific way that leaves no room for anyone else to occupy the same space. And your guides are showing me the interior landscape of this person. And the interior landscape has you in it, not casually, not in the background, alongside other people and other thoughts. You are in the foreground, specifically in the way that certain thoughts take up all the available space and leave nothing for anything else to enter. And your person has experienced this enough to understand that what they feel for you is not something they feel about anyone else. And the understanding has produced a specific clarity that the space you occupy in them is not a space anyone else can fill. Okay, fourth oracle card. The deep draw is mutual. Your soul and their soul are pulling toward each other from both sides. And this oracle card is the most confirming one because the draw is not one-sided, and your guides are being specific about that because what this person feels, the spiritual, involuntary, nobody else registers pull, is responding to something real on your side. And the real thing on your side is a pull of your own. The specific awareness of this person that lives underneath everything else and doesn't fully quiet, regardless of what you do with it consciously. And the two pulls, theirs toward you and yours toward them, are the same pull from opposite directions, and two souls pulling toward each other from both sides is the most complete definition of what it means to be spiritually drawn. Okay, fifth oracle card. Your guides are naming the fear before it arrives, not the fear they feel, nothing, the other fear. And this is the oracle card I most need you to hear. Because there's a fear that comes when someone confirms what you've been hoping is true. And it's not the is this real fear? It's the other one. The fear of fully believing it, of letting the confirmation land completely, rather than holding it at the arm's length that protects you from the cost of believing fully and being wrong. And your guides are naming it now because named fears don't make your decisions for you. And this confirmation deserves to be received fully, not halfway. Not with one part of you believing and one part of you standing guard, fully. Because the full receiving is what allows what's confirmed to become what's real. Okay, sixth oracle card. The only to you quality is the rarest thing one person can feel for another, and your person is feeling it. And your guides saved this oracle card because it's the most significant one, because only to you is not common. Most people experience attraction to multiple people at once, a field of interest with a preference at the center. And what your person is experiencing is the opposite of a field. It is a point, a single, specific, you and only you point that has no field around it. And arriving at the only to you is the rarest thing one person can feel for another. And your person is feeling it and has been feeling it and cannot stop feeling it regardless of what they have tried to introduce as competition for it. The Lovers, the Moon, the Two of Cups, the Star, the Hermit reversed, the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Cups reversed, the World, 8 cards, and every single one of them is about the specific, exclusive, only to you quality of what this person carries for you. The Lovers first, and the Lovers is the soul recognition card. And the Lovers being first is the most direct answer to the title of this reading, because the Lover's recognition, the this is the one knowing, is what produces the no interest in anyone else. Because the Lover's recognition does not coexist with other recognitions, it supersedes them. It sits above the field and makes the field irrelevant. And your person has the Lover's recognition. And the Lover's recognition is only pointing in one direction. And that direction is you and the moon. And the moon is the private world your person carries. And the private world is vivid, and you are everywhere in it. in the thoughts they don't share, in the specific 3 a.m. awareness of you that arrives before they've decided to think about you. And the moon being here tells me the draw is at its largest in the private interior, where nothing is managed and nothing is performed, and the only to you quality gets to be exactly as large as it actually is. And the Two of Cups is the destination of the spiritual draw. And the Two of Cups is mutual, two people, both feeling it, both in it. And the Two of Cups appearing here alongside the Lovers and the Moon is the cards showing the full picture, not just the draw, not just the recognition, but the mutual meeting that the draw is pulling both of you toward. And the Two of Cups is the confirmed thing arriving in its most complete form. And the Star is the hope that was always right. Every quiet hope you had that this was real, that the draw was mutual, that what you felt was being felt on the other side too. The Star kept every one of those hopes. And the Star is here now to confirm every single one was accurate. Not wishful thinking, not projection, accurate. And the confirmation is what the reading is called and what the Star is sealing. And the Hermit reversed. And the Hermit reversed is this person done keeping the draw private, done carrying it in the cave, done sitting with it in the interior without bringing it into the shared space between you. And the cave door opening is what's coming, the private only to you becoming the spoken only to you. And the Hermit reversed is the timing card, and the timing is close. And the Ace of Cups, is the full cup, overflowing, the specific quality of a feeling that has been contained long enough that when it finally releases, it releases completely. And the Ace of Cups releasing in a reading about the only to you draw is the cards showing what happens when the spiritual draw reaches the point where it cannot stay contained anymore. And the Eight of Cups reversed, and the Eight of Cups is the walking away card. And reversed, the inability to walk away, the trying and coming back, this is the one direction I keep returning to. And the Eight of Cups reversed in a reading about no interest in anyone else is the most specific confirmation of the title. They have tried to walk away from the draw, from the only to you quality, from the specific pull that leaves no room for anyone else. And they have not been able to. And the not being able to is the card's most direct way of saying, the draw is permanent, and the world is the completion of the searching, the chapter where the draw was private and unspoken and carried alone, completing, and the new chapter beginning, the chapter where the only to you becomes the spoken thing, the Two of Cups real, the Lover's recognition expressed, the Star confirmed, and the world completing the searching chapter is the most significant thing in this spread, because the world doesn't complete chapters unless the new one is ready to begin. Okay, tea leaf cards. 7 of them. First tea leaf card. The specific moment they realized you were the only one, and what produced that clarity. And there was a moment where the only to you quality became undeniable to them, where they tried to find the draw in someone else, consciously or unconsciously, and found that it simply wasn't there. And the absence of the draw in everyone else is what confirmed the presence of it in you. And that moment of confirmation is the moment the only to you stopped being a feeling and became a certainty. Next tea leaf card, what they carry about you in the moments when they're not trying to think about you. And your guides are showing me the involuntary moments, the ones where they're not thinking about you on purpose, where something just arrives. Your face, the specific quality of you, the feeling of your presence in a moment that had nothing to do with you, and the arriving happens more than they'd admit. And the frequency of the arriving is the measure of how much space you actually take up in them. And you take up the most space. And the most space leaves no room for anyone else to enter. Next tea leaf card, the spiritual nature of the draw. Why it feels different from anything they've felt before. And they have noticed that what they feel for you is different. Not different in degree, different in kind. It doesn't behave the way attraction behaves. It doesn't respond to logic. It doesn't fade with time. It doesn't diminish when they try to diminish it. And the not behaving like attraction is what makes it spiritual. Because spiritual draws come from a different source than ordinary attraction. And the source is the soul's recognition. This is the one knowing that arrived before they were ready for it and has stayed without asking permission to stay. Next tea leaf card, you already sensing the draw from their side, the feeling you've had that you've been explaining away, and check in with what you've been sensing. Because some part of you already knows. There is a feeling you've had about this person's draw toward you, a sense of it, a quality in how they are with you. Something in the attention that has a different weight than ordinary attention. And you've probably been explaining it away, deciding it means less than it looks like, telling yourself not to read too much into it. And your guides are saying, stop explaining it away. What you've been sensing is the draw, and the draw is exactly as significant as it feels. Next tea leaf card. What happens when the draw becomes the spoken thing, the conversation that's coming, and the drawn thing is becoming the spoken thing? And the conversation that produces is already forming in what they're preparing to say, in what they've been waiting for the right moment to bring forward, in the specific, real, this is what I actually feel version that the spiritual draw has been building toward. And when it's said, the only to you quality is going to be in the saying of it, in the specific, unmistakable way that truth sounds different from performance. And you will hear the difference the moment it arrives. Next tea leaf card, the receipt the universe is about to honor, the faithfulness of your own draw being met with proof. And I want to speak to what you've been carrying, because you have been carrying something too. The awareness of this person that lives underneath everything else. The pull that doesn't fully quiet, regardless of what you do with it. The faithfulness of the draw on your side through whatever the situation has been, through the uncertainty, through the not knowing, through every moment. You kept the draw alive without certainty that it was being kept alive on the other side too. And the universe keeps receipts, and the receipt is being honored. And what's being confirmed today is the proof that the faithfulness was always warranted. And the last tea leaf card, you receiving the confirmation and what changes when you let it fully land. And your guides ended here because this is the most important image. You receiving the confirmation, not half receiving it, not holding one part of yourself in reserve in case it's wrong, fully receiving it. And what changes when the confirmation fully lands is the specific settling of something that has been unsettled, the quiet of the uncertainty being replaced by the warmth of the known. And the known is this: your person has no interest in anyone else. They are spiritually and deeply drawn only to you, and that is confirmed. And confirmed things don't need to be carried as questions anymore. Okay, final messages from your guides. 1. Just 1. Receive the confirmation, let it land completely, and stop carrying the only to you as a question when it has always been an answer. Receive it. That's the instruction. 1 instruction: receive the confirmation, not halfway, not with the guard still up, not reading it and then immediately looking for the reason it might not be true. Receive it completely, because the Lovers is here and the 2 of Cups is here, and the Star confirmed it, and the 8 of Cups reversed shows the inability to walk away, and the Moon shows you in the full private size of their interior, and every oracle card pointed in the same direction, and the direction is you and only you, and the confirmation was always the answer, and the only reason it felt like a question is because the fear of being wrong is louder than the truth of being right. And your guides are saying, you are right. And the only to you is confirmed. And confirmed things deserve to be received as the answers they actually are. Okay, to bring this home, I confirm it. Your person has no interest in anyone else. They are spiritually and deeply drawn only to you, and the cards showed us everything. Your guides told us the no interest in anyone else arrived on its own, and they have not been able to override it. That the spiritual draw is the soul recognizing something it's been looking for and refusing to settle for anything less. That they think about you in the specific way that leaves no room for anyone else to occupy the same space. That the deep draw is mutual, your soul and their soul pulling toward each other from both sides. That your guides are naming the fear of fully believing the confirmation before it arrives. That the only to you quality is the rarest thing one person can feel for another, and your person is feeling it. And that the spiritual draw has left no room for anyone else because the soul that found its match stopped searching. The Lovers confirmed the soul recognition that supersedes every other recognition. The Moon showed the vivid private interior full of you. The 2 of Cups showed the mutual destination of the spiritual draw. The Star confirmed every quiet hope was accurate. The Hermit reversed showed the private draw becoming the spoken thing, the timing close. The Ace of Cups showed the full cup overflowing, the draw reaching the point it cannot stay contained. The 8 of Cups reversed showed the inability to walk away, the permanent nature of the draw. And the World completed the searching chapter and began the only to you chapter. And the tea leaf cards showed the specific moment they realized you were the only one, what they carry about you in the involuntary moments, why the spiritual draw feels different from anything they've felt before, you already sensing the draw and explaining it away. The draw becoming the spoken thing in a conversation that's coming, the faithfulness of your own draw being honored by the universe, and you receiving the confirmation fully, and what changes when you let it completely land. One instruction: receive it completely, because the only to you was always the answer, and the answer has been confirmed. And confirmed answers deserve to be received as answers, not carried as questions anymore. Claim this, loves. Drop a comment and say, I claim this, and my person is drawn only to me, and I receive the confirmation fully, and I stop carrying it as a question. Because every word of that is true. Save this. Share it today. And come back and tell me when the spoken version of the only to you arrives. I want to know what it felt like when it was finally said out loud. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, and tell me what hit hardest. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.